All right, good afternoon, everyone. Head coach Bobby Hurley. Coach, you want to start out with the opening statement, and then we'll take questions from there. Media, please use the raise your hand function, and I'll call you for questions. Coach, whenever you're ready.
Yeah, it was a hard-fought game. Though we competed really well, battled them. They got some really good bigs. Though Jalen Graham and Chris Oston, worked as hard as they could there. I thought our pressure was pretty good. I think we forced 18 turnovers, so that was good to see. And then Remy had a huge spurt there in the second half. Really showed why he's such a big time player.
All right, Hod, you want to go first?
Hi, Bobby. Both teams shot 55% in the second half. What do you think the key was for your better offensive performance, and what do you think was lacking on defense?
Well, they threw it inside a few times. They got their bigs going. They were hitting some threes late. We didn't get an defensive rebound. Zero got it, and then he threw it to Blackshear, hit a three. When we were trying to close the thing out, and their other big, was able to slip away and get a three. So we didn't really guard the line in those situations as well. But I thought our offense was pretty efficient, and I liked how we executed on the last possession.
All right, Doug Holler.
Bobby, speaking of the last possession, when you were in the huddle, was it your intention to call up a three to go for the win in that situation? And could you just discuss the execution that you guys showed on that play?
Well, I think Remy is always going to be targeted late in games, and especially the way he was playing in the second half. And it was kind of a misdirection way that we could, as Tayshaun said, a great screen on Remy's man. And Zoe did a nice job of trusting the play and found him and hit him, right on the hand. So it was, the timing was good, and you trust your players, in moments like that they're going to make a big shot.
And just real quick, you've been around the game obviously a long time. Certain players just have that knack where they're not afraid to take that shot in that moment. What is it about Remy that allows him to do well in those situations?
It's just, his makeup, is just, how he's wired. His heart, got a big heart. And he wants those moments. There's certain guys, thrive in those moments. Other guys, for whatever reason, don't handle them as well. But he's proven over and over again that, he's that type of guy. So yeah, I mean, it's not surprising, that he was as good as he was. I want to get more connected to the game a little bit sooner. And I thought he might have passed up some things a little bit earlier in the game. So just trying to continue to talk to him about being a guy that, could take over throughout the whole game.
All right, Chris Cartman.
Bobby, your team did much better on the defensive glass tonight. How important was that, just with the way that the game was kind of close the whole throughout?
Well, it's something we talked about quite a bit on Friday, after the game, and it's been an issue for us. And Marcus was our leading rebounder, coming into these last two, and not having that guy definitely impacts, what we could do on the backboard. But I think our game plan, with them was they're so big, especially at the center spot. I mean, that dude is like 7'1", 270. So just, we wanted everyone digging and swarming to the ball. And we were able to get some turnovers doing that in the first half, but just having more guys that are closer to having a chance to get a rebound is going to increase your chances a little bit. So I thought we were a little more efficient in that category today.
Doug Holler again.
Bobby, when you're trying to get Remy going earlier, are these conversations unfolding throughout the game, or was there any certain point today where you said, hey, look, we need you to step it up?
Watching a couple of the plays early in the game, his man was going under ball screens a lot, and they weren't hedging with their big because they didn't, he's kind of slow of foot, not a guy that could really, come out, step away from the basket and do a good job in ball screen defense. And he was letting his man off the hook, I thought, a couple of times, not maybe taking a step back and looking for his shot. So I would have liked to have seen him, do that a little bit. And I reminded him of how they were covering him in those situations to try and, help him with that.
Any other questions for Coach?
I'll just say that I want to congratulate, GCU in closing here. And, I thought it was it reminded me of what basketball was like prior, to COVID. And there was a level of environment at the game just with the noise and the limited amount of fans that were in attendance. And thought it was, their team really fought hard. And I think Coach Drew is going to do a great job out here in the Valley. And, his basketball family, and why we were excited to start this series and hope that we can continue to do it in the future.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Scott.
Bobby.